At times, I find myself getting triggered when I watch social media and I hear people talk about their stories and how they have been through certain things and had to heal from certain things and how they acted in the midst of those situations and stuff like that. And sometimes I do get triggered because it requires me to also look back at the choices I have made, the things that I have done, and a lot of people like to say that I look innocent or that I play nice or I'm a kind person and stuff like that. I mean, I'm genuinely a nice person if you're nice to me. But I have made some sucky choices in life that still eat at me at times because it's like, damn, I should have just known better. Like, what really got the best of me at that moment? So when I see certain things on social media, at times I can say I definitely get a little triggered when people are saying their stories and how, but it's not triggered in a way where I'm just like, oh. It's more so like, dang, I was there. Dang, I was doing those type of things. Like, dang, I've come far from where I used to be. I would definitely say that. But, you know, it does require me to look at myself, look at the past version of myself, and still hold grace. Still love that version of myself, knowing that, even if I was acting out on certain things or doing certain things, or whatever case may be, like, you know, it was coming from an unhealed place. And we're allowed to make mistakes. We're human beings, you know. I know a lot of people say we're spiritual beings. Yes, we are spiritual beings, but right now in this realm, we are human. And we are allowed to make mistakes, you know, with the intent to learn. Because once you make that mistake multiple times, at that point it's no longer a mistake, it's a choice. After a while it becomes a habit, a lifestyle, a character flaw, just who you are. But if it's something that, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but sometimes I do get triggered. But it's like I have to look at the old version of Rebecca and still hold space for her. Look at the old version of Rebecca and be like, listen, you are not in the right state of your mind, you know? And that's okay, especially being young and dumb. So hold grace for yourself, hold love for yourself, hold space for yourself, you know? Especially since I'm like a Capricorn sun. I already beat myself up when I mess up. So it's like the world can't hurt me any worse than I've already hurt myself. And being someone who has, mental issues, like, babe, your words can't hurt me more than I've already hurt myself. But ultimately, what I'm trying to say is hold space to yourself. Don't be upset with yourself about the mistakes you've made in the past. Understand that we grow as individuals every single day. What you do with those mistakes is solely up to you. Whether or not you learn from lessons or you want to continue the same cycle, loop, whatever, just understand it's like you are a human being. You are allowed to make mistakes. You're allowed to grow from them. You're allowed to learn from your lessons, and you're allowed to move forward. I think sometimes society as a whole, even when you look at situations with celebrities, we 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 like the judge, the jury, the prosecutor, guilty no matter what. Even if you change, the world will still still deem you as guilty. And I really had to like really accept that people will forever look at you whatever type of way they desire, even if it's not accurate or true. And you just have to allow it to be the same way you look at yourself, because sometimes we be beating up our own selves, you know. But hold grace for yourself. Give yourself space, love, and affection. You are not the old version of you. You're not the past version of you. You've come a long way. And that's what I have to tell myself all the time. Because I find myself checking myself, like, did I heal enough? Am I equipped enough? And it's just like, stop beating yourself up. For real. Don't beat yourself up in this world. It's not necessary. Because at times it's just like, There's enough going on in this world. This world is a crazy place. Like, you know, don't add any more nonsense to the nonsense. But that's really it, honestly. Just hold grace for yourself. Love yourself. Maybe it's gonna be alright. Don't worry about what everybody else thinks about you. Who cares? And your duty and obligation is to yourself. And if you have kids, to kids, but for the most part, to yourself. But yeah, hold grace. Love yourself. It's gonna be alright.